kwa bebra so mamuni ya maudo biso nsamo ya bobo no our Sompa television so awie ye bana ye de babe sommo oti enka oburo ni afumantem ne mo a aha Sompa 98.9 FM so obono isia Sompa 90.7 FM and asantemantam ne mpota mu nyina so no Sompa 93.1 FM ekuta ye mu ensam ne doso na poso ni mampani sre ankrankre se Green Ghana dwumadie no a ene akoso no obi amfa ne hunyim se be ne nua na ye dua no eso ebeba mfa so de amamaye
asante mero to 4 ane mpanyefo bi nso aka bom ya enua no won so edua bi
na ebeto dwa se attorney general ne ye rato forcing manso ne nsensem no a ekoso no eno akoto kotena asem no so ama omo ebu asem ne fa bi same jamfi akasa se omo ne judge ne yadwene a enyeye
ayera pakwasi indium ansoso akasa ya watchose banks awodo no abebetena akonya so ogu no na nsam atachi
enra kasoa ani wini bakwantempo no ebugum na bu ebugum no yatesa no pei na nanom ne abosomo a ewo gomua kasoa ne mpotamo akwakoyi apaye ewo ekwan no so de no mokokoyeye yebekọ ne akwakodim komo
ayetete sese sidi na hyase enya ahoden kakra na yebekọ monte so ne akwakohwese ne nioma esibi ko
abuzia weni afoforo pinua ne yakekese ne ne se kase ababi a wo bia na wie ye ba ne de aba besom asedai yemfa emanyuma ekoyi
awokota no so patrapa hona Dr. Bay wodi juma ewo ho cloud internet the fastest internet in the world and watch no so mizo and 5G drink etayechi and a 3 herbal center the 3 core capsules koko master drono enso ekrayomu 21st clinic ni the sciatica expert and one emrane when nyumaku ahodo adane dan nyina one matayechi odo de ba yabaje na wa 2 na yasom asomfo banu ana na fie yatnasia yababa kan semi ediama wo akosuya ajewa kwade boaten animedi mene
nana ya obo amalibi aboga
afaya je brana sem no yenchichi
abuzafo ye demo hyase de free Green Ghana dwumadie na akoso my Ghana nintrodo ene nintwa saso bibia so ye pani so ya kokora so ya brewa sene ositi bia no ene ewoso wodo ho agibu bie na mampani na nado danko akuforo ni abemo mpanimfo ekotwahia wo bema kampa bonten so ewon krapompre ntema honomo eno mo ekoye omo de ne ho ena mampani na nado danko akuforo esrese enuane de ye dua o na se so beba mfaso e de amamu ni nyina na ankrankra so no e de omo ho ehim na omo sempoa na omo nkapre no se usi wo office kura no a eja onya dua ba ko mienu miense bi dua no ho no mo a ebebo amadasani so asetenam atimi awie peye be na wotwe ene kakra nie ene abodawura se ene dai ena mpanifo yesi wo no mo a yebeduadua nua afi ene mampani na nado danko akufado pain so ena oba ya ofade to no ho so se ne enua ye bu ne ye se ne ye pam ne ade no ye ntimi ntoa so saa eza wo behia se nua ne ye bekrakra no ne aboho ban ya onoma ekofa Green Ghana dwumadie eba ya ene ye bora June bosumi mo pe na gese ekwa kodi se dwuma no ena akoso na mampani esra mansan se bebi ayaba bedu na ba ye na famu de akasa yeso so ankrankra no ye de sempoa ne nkapre bewuram na nua no so ayedua no ya hweso yi ameso bamfaso amamamu ne nyina
planting exercise must not end today. It must continue until the trees can stand on their own and contribute to the sustainable future we aspire to. In addition to ensuring the growth of the trees planted, we must integrate sustainable practices into our daily lives. It is the little things we do daily that will guarantee the future we want. Through these efforts, we can restore the fundamentals required to achieve the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. I want to emphasize the need to execute this noble venture without burdening the public treasury unduly. I therefore call on the private sector, the Ghanaian private sector, to embrace this worthy project and commit resources to make it a success. Let me commend the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources
Abuzia for him, Daddy Ranwan, and San Mampeni, and Adu Danko for the Yetin and Kane. Na Mampeniano see ya, and a Panequan chef for that forestry commissioner. No, Yera John Aluti Susono, a CBB Kakrachere or mine.
To the Almighty God for seeing us through the ceremonial event of the 2024 edition of the Green Ghana Day. I wish to express my deepest gratitude to you, Mr. President, for graciously attending each and every Green Ghana Day since its inception in 2021. Mr. President, your leadership has elevated our collective efforts to protect the environment and promote sustainability. We are extremely thankful for your unwavering commitment to our nation's green initiatives and your dedication to inspiring a culture of environmental stewardship. Mr. President, posterity will be eternally grateful to you. Honorable Samuel Bujinapo, MP and Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, your support and guidance have made a significant impact on our efforts to create a cleaner, greener, and healthier future for our citizens, and we are grateful. Honorable Minister for Defense, Honorable Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Greater Accra Regional Minister, Deputy Ministers present, Board Chairs, CEOs of our various institutions, we thank you for gracing this occasion. The clergy, traditional leaders, may the good Lord bless you. Chief of Defense Staff, service commanders, officers and men of the Ghana Armed Forces, we thank you for allowing us to use your premises for this event. You also helped in the preparations and provided logistics for transporting seedlings across the country. We thank the other security services for mobilizing and supporting the Green Ghana Day event across Ghana. Head teachers, and my dear students, I wish to extend my gratitude to each and every one of you for your participation in today's event. Esteemed guests, media practitioners, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your presence. To everyone who contributed in one way or
Abuzafo Yera John Alote ne ye pene kwanche forward that forestry commissioner no we emra na Bema camp abonten so mampeni na nadu dan kwaku for do akako campaign for ho na enne ye duanua e wo mamu nyina
awoba santamantam wo ye ho ne mo senua no million no mienu a chiripo no enum ana ye betumi adua na atwa santamantam mu eho ahia asantemero ya otekra ne bra nwoma so otofo say tutu ye wotoso mienu and now one also so can who be in Pennyfort or Royal Santamantam Software. You're a Simon was Simon San Eka who be Abba 9 ya Warmako Golf Park. On also so Aquaco Diana dear. Where no aya son ya baya, and no but to me aya and Sanaho. Na atumi aboa ama afoforo binom so atumi ahweso na ya desuade no so atumi aduaduanua yi bia eno aka ho bi ama asantemantam sofo yero Simon was Simon Sadia to ade hye no anim wose nuadua no 7 pedo asanya mpanyimfo no nko ada ene yero animu se wo betumi adua sane yebaya na yensu wansu ekwa ebretuo ebesa gina so na yemframa ye homie no yebenya ne papa nti no wan mo sra ade hye se obi amfa ne ho nyim na nua no yentumi nua bi
Yedi, Jumedi Bia, Hunia, if you say, Motatia, you see, Sibia, a chatron, na Nipa, Wakasa, almost to be free. Na the entire Casa, and say, in Riano, Homia, and Frama, or the Babon team, and none I any panso, your home queen. Now the answer the Babon team, and none in Riano so home at the year or Media. And you say, Bia, you are, none Frama. The bit my home, a mere young man, not our from a bini yasi. And two who say, Lina, Yawi, a assassin. Now, watch out, there being we have been one. Then I'm say oxygen, yeah, home queen, a dozen. It will be a whole cool. You on my a whole atmosphere and totally different. Mohebe be genesis, and I'm saying we are the doors in a hard atmosphere different. Wow, what do so? But baby, in Riano and also not there be a hot in Gina a stress, and I'm seeing we are any hunting. There be a was stress we are a hoyed less. In 2 hours, forest area tembia hunu o ko savannah na e ho ye shi udu desert na show no ano ayedi because the bi onua wo mo e ho oxygen and dose na ho no ayi nti o sesa dwumadi ayedi ye nyina de ho him na ye boa se ne be ya ebeye nkunudi ama ye nyina na ye Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council yenso ye de ho ahye nti mo ha ye dua Royal Park na Royal Park na ye dua no ye hwese ebeboa ama agreement Kumasi unzen kan yes Kumasi ye Garden City you see Garden City no eko wo ha bia bi su wo hu ane wo yakotwa bia nti ye dua no so ye twa ne nyina ye dua bi nchi nti ye dua no ye hu se ya na nantwi so ekose no ye ka chi obi o nantwi se wo hwe nantwi ye
Anochi no ana pando hene Togbe dagadu ya wotoso dubako wono so de kakra eto aso
o se enua ene abodi mu mioma aka ewoyo mafuse bibi koso climate change se yijai na yentu na mo bia ankamre climate change anu ase ebe haye nipa yeti wi ase it is ene otufo afre golf samo mobo golf ne mpenifo bi na se afre no aka se me meboa na yenua manage symptoms na ayamempa bose omo maka omudi otufo ne mpenifo achi enso betu anamo se kakra o betumi aye aduanua afese nsuo a etwa ehunhia omuntu tuni omangu mombe so yi omunfa nuboni omberese omututa bidi bidi omberese se dwumadi ni nyina no the brass se sa de ne koswa se mpinifo na bi share ha de omoye de achi amobi ehu se na wo se ekono it is omaya obi anhwe so na onsu
awusia we yo hene yo wopando Togbe dagadu ya wotoso dubako
abzan for Green Ghana dwumedie ya ye kwa mano so ne enu Ebenezer Uso ansa kwa kodi nkomo e de free afọ no southwest abaton peso ya so wonom so enua yi a ye dua be 10 million yi omso ewo mo chefa ewo se wonom edua ewo afọ no southwest abaton peso ya so wonom ene we de ekoso won krapompre ntemo ene de ekoso asantememu a yewura edi ahemfo ene mpanimfo anim am ye dua ne a eye mensin ahodo no susu nyina edi se adwumadi we bi eben my
ejo so nana
boy nkomo
medasi Green Ghana Day akoso ewo Ghana nyina na hafo ado southwest abato mpese asebe ekoso ewo nyina nufo a kisia me no kase ne ye adwumadi na ehemfo na afi so mpanifo oboba ye no obi atina dia amana ye fefefe professor wono eye hia hene ewo ahafo South Africa no wogina simple so wo kasa ena no di tu gya kire mu se enei yemma ye kwa ye brentu hia ye papa san se wo hwe enne enyema binom a omanfo binom eye etia kwa ya ade se ha agene pa eno achi nsusu no oto aso de kasa kire mu se wo hwe omanfo binom adwumadi a wo mu di bi te se galamsey na afi nsusu no se ne chenso ofo bunua no tuguna akwakọ ya ahomete sempa na onka enyemu wa bra no onka nsu asem wo se mo free Kumasi anu ode na ni tire mu wo mankanso ase no wo si ni tira se papa san se wo hwe nsu a eda ha se na ya de se nsu na ase pa ni nyina ka wo bi ye galamsey na afi so pom to wo agudi a ekoso ewo manga na titiri na eni ahafaro south no etu wo de adesrede etu wo manim se galamsey ya de se ehu hia kra etu obetro mu se senior galamsey eti says as na place so eti so any enua ebutu bo no ya de say ha ne etu obetro man for say that from to wo agudie basa no ye hwe ne ntu ase kura eno ti no opani kwankyere for no na da forest commissioner no ewo ahafano south no the chori munyamfo Ismail ajima no enya akonya o kasa na odi tu da kem enei so wo hwe o man Ghana ha se na enyama pina na ekutia aka hu bia ma se no SF and Satin African so na African so the quite a breakthrough or happy. It will best slip say and penny form one or Senebeya. Sa to media wa fa to no metin so say wo bo ama ya bokwa ho ban e wo empesoro wo betimi abo ho ban na African so kwaya no so no ababa to entrima. But it's a shame look at it. To my dear, by the year, yet the edition Kusua, another beer, or atu for a woman mining or how my accumulation is so. Over etini aquaco and any do wa, aquacoya and this some hour. Just ocean and Ajima, but do the way you can in Africa. And Penifobinuma will move Kusuna and Fubinuma will move up for South Africa. It's me bammer to my dear far. Obi nyina bia bia nua ni bi ma ti sia no kata ye di timati no apa wi ye wa hafo no South Africa.
Abuzafo ye nua Ebenezer Usu ansama ne ene ekokofai.
Ayakwansen foforo na panye kwantrofo ya group Indium of companies. Wadano ayo Dr. Pakwasi Indium. Embebi atwam wona ne sikakra bia hodo ye wo magan mu. Dodo no ana ayo na dia ya bande ne nsato so ya waje won mutumi die ade fi won mo ensem. Na panye pai dia tudwa ya wo kire se. Sa sikakra bia no aban ne gugu no no nyame no kwasemni. Wanya de kra. Wanfa shama pa angu akwam anhwese anuoma betumi awie paya na sempo bedim ansa na wode se adwuma no na enkomere nyina no gina yewura keno freta ankane no yo maga na foto sanfo wo se papa ne pese menkuminya eno no sikakra bia bia no pese gina nti ananam so ma wo boa pa ene mampanyi na do kabo mu a wo mo edi se adwuma no Dr. Pakwasi Indium madra no ne nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ ekasa no nsɛm sɛyi eno de tuja
submitted by the Minister of Finance at that time, Mr. Kenneth Kununku Furiata, to ask Cabinet to agree for GN Bank to be collapsed, for its license to be taken. I have read this memorandum. This memorandum doesn't consider that it was the biggest bank, widest distribution network in Ghana. It didn't consider that we were providing monies that was banking services that was increasing financial inclusion in Ghana. It didn't recognize that we were supporting financial development, economic development in Ghana. Didn't recognize all of those. They just said these people, they are causing us problems, and therefore it might affect our political chances, so let's shut it down. What led to the liquidity crisis? He refused to pay us. He paid others. He refused to pay our contractors, and they thought that maybe if they paid the money would come to me. And I've been telling people everywhere, that money, it doesn't belong to me, it belongs to customers. I've even said before in writing to Jubilee House that if you don't want to pay me, let's sit down and agree who is owed and pay them directly. Pay them directly. What is left, you give to us. Why wouldn't they mind us? Why would they even don't want to talk? Why? And this thing, so after Mr. Oforiatta sent his memorandum to Cabinet, you know, that according to what I'm holding here, Cabinet did not agree that they should collapse GN Bank. Let me read to you what Cabinet said. It says Cabinet at its 36th meeting held on Thursday, 19th July 2018, considered a report of the Cabinet Committee on Economic Matters on the above memorandum submitted by the Minister for Finance. The memorandum requested Cabinet to consider submitted by the Minister of Finance at that time, Mr. Kenneth Kununku Furiata, to ask Cabinet to agree for GN Bank to be collapsed, for its license to be taken. I have read this memorandum. This memorandum doesn't consider that it was the biggest bank, widest distribution network in Ghana. It didn't consider that we were providing monies that was banking services that was increasing financial inclusion in Ghana. It didn't recognize that we were supporting financial development, economic development in Ghana. Didn't recognize all of those. They just said these people, they are causing us problems, and therefore it might affect our political chances, so let's shut it down. What led to the liquidity crisis? He refused to pay us. He paid others. He refused to pay our contractors, and they thought that maybe if they paid the money would come to me. And I've been telling people everywhere, that money, it doesn't belong to me, it belongs to customers. I've even said before in writing to Jubilee House that if you don't want to pay me, let's sit down and agree who is owed and pay them directly. Pay them directly. What is left, you give to us. Why wouldn't they mind us? Why would they even don't want to talk? Why? And this thing, so after Mr. Oforiatta sent his memorandum to Cabinet, you know, that according
I was your way, I Dr. Pakwasi Indioma Anna Ekasa Ye. Ya kwansan from the National Communication Officer Dema NDC Amanyokono, Ayo Rosame Jemfi. Na Zebra Yakasa Asamba Koya Chucher Bahu, na kwa Sabola Suja, Ehura na Sanswatwo, Aya ambulance case ya Yura atofosana, Wano Aya Dom Kumano Bano Dani, and who about for mu. And none what Dabra Sam no court no justice a fierce Sariboche, what your footwear Emma Attorney General and Minister for Justice Yura Godfrey Yabuatame out of 5 case ya and they want to show them a baba for him. Natural Nipa, one to come who be one year out of force and Eddie Serjumano, Yura Ukraine Aqua Dicasa, any atiate, and no nanam so Amayra Samajan fee, what you say. A 1 year quart to the first one more can some dear, and Yankawabo one mabaso after one more two, and who you may dear name no. Justice Afia Sewa Saribochi and a footwear be Ninsem be a ya washa sia ya wakaka Tichiru any a footwear whatever you are Godfrey Yabuatameno. A woman this if what your Wamaka woman in Yajinia now one more Eddie Hofo.
Do with certain decisions that the trial judge made, which in our opinion were totally wrong, because those decisions are not borne out by the law and the facts that were before her. So we have several disagreements with her on some of the decisions. The third leg has to do with the other decisions that the judge made, which we agree with, and which are very, very material, very, very relevant for the public to know. Because we think that the court had the jurisdiction and the power to make an order for mistrial or an order for inquiry into the conduct of the Attorney General. And we say so because under Article 140 of the 1992 Constitution, the High Court, subject to the provisions of the Constitution, has jurisdiction in all criminal and civil matters.
Right.
And when such jurisdiction has been conferred on the High Court, unless there is any specific law that expressly ousts the jurisdiction of the court to make orders for mistrial or inquiry, we think that the High Court had that general jurisdiction because you have the jurisdiction in all criminal matters. And so in hearing a criminal matter, the court has a responsibility to ensure that these processes are not abused, and that the rights of accused persons are respected, and that the prosecution is also done in good faith.
I was away, I National Communication Officer Dema NDC Amanyokono. Ora Same Jemfi. Na ambulance won sansam ye ana national organizer Adema NPP Amanyokono. Yero na bi enso de na no atomu a wo kire se. Asania atofosen minority leader edruma bi anensam kan no aya na aya atro ne nokora na adi afra yenso dan hunu sane wosi bi gina ne nokora die sane sitie no e woka so betum de akokoto no akwa dada ne nsam wa makoto age atom di a ene ne oboa kora esan se ne ye de mra na ye adwuma no man no so enya de a won betena won mo ye nhwe han se wo bi betwa ntoro e wokoto na koto age atom aka se nipa no se be mpredua ne di brekita no ana ne tumi bi no yenwa so na fe yenya no enam saya so ntino wo ka de akere we atofo sense won so obema no kura da die ba bia sam na da no won fanto na Ghana mamra ne nianya sa no wo sha asa ne ntoro sam wo no de kokoto de a enya de court e betweama no.
I think first of all this is what we've been seeing all this while, that you cannot churn falsehood outside in the public domain and you think you can transfer such falsehood into the courtroom. No, I mean, I've always said this, and today they have been exposed badly, right? And all the applications they filed were dismissed, and we were all in court. The judge gave, reasons, deep reasons, well researched reasons why all of these applications were must be dismissed, right? So first, you notice that they said that the court should compel the AG to discontinue the prosecution. It was dismissed. They also mentioned about the fact that they filed a motion for mistrial, again, was dismissed. And even the court, the judge in court today said that she listened to the tapes 10 times and nowhere on the tape were statements like implicate autoforcing, coaching the accused. No, never. But this is what we're being played outside. I mean, people playing to the gallery. The court said that listen to the tape 10 times and nothing of that sort. So she said, she said that nothing at all. There should be a platform for that. And that is why she suggested that it is General Legal Counsel, right? And then she said that because of public interest and how this matter has generated, so much public interest, she will advise. Indeed, if you recall in court, when the Attorney General stood up to speak, she again repeated that advice. That is only an advice, right? So anybody who will come out yesterday that the Attorney General is ordered not to be part of the conduct of this matter is clear falsehood. And I know people will start trying to push that out. She said advice.
I was aware I national organizer Adema NPP Amanyokono Ora Henry Nana Bwachi. Ya kwano ya kwa kodim komo na wiasema sanyina yes waya abosomi mu. Ya did World Food Safety Month na cha senuane ayedie ade kwaye mu sa ya duaba sa ya tosodie sa ya die no abusua ya didi ho da na ya bo da wuro de akira mansan se ho bate kroje ye ho ni asem a ye die nkonkofa ya de ketenkete emfa emere yi na asem nti ye kwa homa no so na ya ne owura Joseph Bosontwe akwakodi nkomo wa veterinary technologist ye no aka okasa de afa ho ne bisa no se aso sabo sumi mu sa ye bossa World Food Safety Month no a ade na wo se eba ya dwenem wapanyeka se mo ha o.
Yeah, oh, yes, no, another boko.
Asedan Kenya me. Asadi na kwa World Food Safety Month no. Ya dede ho dana ya kyerɛkyerɛ ye nuane ayedie se ho betimi ate kroje no. Mame ne nkan mi sase we no se ye bossa World Food Safety Month no a. Ade na wo se eba odasani tirim nipa woton atosode woton nuaba ne woton kobi ane ade na wo se ka kyerɛ no.
Yo, na from das. Match ya matie ko nyina ono amanya so mutie ene awie. So you got World Food Safety Month. Another World Food Safety Day. Ye da ye si ho e wiase mu nyina every year bia no. June 7th. Ye de ready sa afedi na yenti aye nyina no se ye pese ye hu ko nyane aye di be ko ni pabie mu no ho te se de be ya enko fa okaw bia entamre pa se ka se World Food Safety bia ye ka anya e be fa so ye ni aye di ko ni pabie mu no ho exia ntina ye di sada
ho hia na say sa ye betumi ya di sada no ama o my Ghana ya so ya di bie.
Okay, then here and we say, you might acquire more GMO, said you be a young of the sick, and they say, so what have organization for every report to be about? Say, every year, the years of a name, you could 600 million. And now, Yaria, Obunya, Obumo, free moon, a free and Yania, Obudia, not a haunting. We can put a contaminated food. A KT, a minimum how the mouth. Now, a moon 420,000. I record yes as a name, we cannot assure if we minimum area. And not a more say. Was say about this day, Nayaman a goose. And we are near the call with the Diamono. I was saying, Naya Penny, a hotel. Ebony saying, I have veterinary services directories. Yawnsuya war, yes, National Food Safety Laboratory. Yes, the only what to say, really the kind of say, animal food products, na the entire FSA and when don't say a city, Yamu, yes, never pay a fee after a dynamic penalty. Sanya money,
Sanya walk and 1 hour bo nipado doa aya wo no yade afi mu ne ade ade no ye say me da na mahunu se aduane a me kwa akoto yi ana to so de a me kwa akoto adua bere a me koto no ho te ya me di a enkofa yade mfa mremie
de won woto ne da sepa na de won nyina ne sese obi ho kota de a market o hye andia appropriate Antina abia be pro ne eye abo bi ene wo ma abia na ko ena obi nso ho a ko enama de bi obo nyam ni bia na wato unse la mun de mi bi na me number bi mi hu se enam pa ya se wa pampan trisi ni pe twem na omo koba enti de be ma ni ko mi se bia na wo ko to na hoti na yidi empire de bia ngo no wo se ko be bia ye ton ne a hoti se ma ke pa ya bia ye kwa ye ton no hoti o hwe ye tin the same baby ye ton nam no ene niema obo ye nsitan ya yiri twitwa nam no wo se ni yina no o se gu se sa niema yina hoti ansa na ye den wato sa adwene aba bidi enti empempu emre bi ye tin se enkofo bi akodi wi achi ema omanya how baby ema ebi mo to ba ayare sabe enti sa de wi e wo se ye boba wi na mani ko nyina tiefo nyina tese aduane kwa na ye di no wo se ko ba ye kokoro ho yiyi ansa na ye den na ya no adi enti na ho do bi se e wo se ye hwe bia ne die mu yie wo se ye hwe pan ye faso a ye nnuane nti ye ndie no ye ade bia ye fa no from farm to fork na kutiri ni no se ye hwe ye bi di nnuane no ba ye sha ase production end ye sha ase ye nnuane no pan ye faso nnuane no ene pan faso de market ama ni pan so aye de akodi adi nti se ye hwe sa ne mu na ye sa hwehwemu nyina na ebi se do nnuane na ye de for no wo se ye de gu ade a ho ti ye pakodi ni se de be ya kodwa so a nkonya ho bia ni pakodi se ni pa ko na le
openye kase aboa mo ha o minim sa anai wo ma ga de wo kom ya ya ton nam bi se wo twen akrantie ne ade ade no a ye wo no mo ya na ne bini ka ho enti sameto amese ya fa wo twen ne bini no so bi ka me ho ye nim de ne nyansan mu de ye nim sa ne be ye be ma nkwan no aye de ebetu obi na memfi kira obata say yes wo twen nkwan na me ye ntia wadawro ma eno no ewo sunsanso bi se bia meji aboa ne bini di aka ho no betimi aba se bia aboa no kora no wakwa akodi aduane bi ensem fata na me nipa da sani me soma kwaje ne bini amedie no ye how sa ya just ade ne yedi ana wo se yejai kora
me da se yen how pa sansa ye wo mmoa wa ma yare ye wo bi mu ho abi ti se equal ye nya mu free mmoa ajanan ni anase nipa ajanan ni
wo twen bini so de yanka ya kama o
yes little was here pa ye ko kalamacho was ye pibini enta ay chama me wo nyina ne se ba ko nipa awo se de twegu ni se ni ma ye kwa ko ni bi no kwan ben so na ko fa yi kwan ben so na ko na ko te na ne ni se ebi mu kwa di nyo eku emoa no de ko market enti se abo ba no se wakoto ni bi e be da hu se odi adi ni ku no enti wo be ko bi na bi e wa ye dan no wo hawo enti e wo ho sa tekimire mu na nkufuo ye sekrantie mu bi ni those things e wo ho but ne yeta ko ti ni se de be ya da ko de bi se sa ka me bi se sa me mani ni na no a waste ya anama se abian church the way the you know a waste ya as a available in the sense of the biko mo nti e ho akonya se o se fa sa ne mu ni yi nti mu se aboa no ye de aduro ne kum no ana se bia bi se se de be ya ni ko nkonya o han tele e se ti ni sa ne bi ne sa me na mu ni
ania wona ma ya so ye de atere ya se ase enti yakobia no a yaje de ka ho sane ya bayaja enkwan beto hwene okunukura ba no abonko apiapia wache saa da no sane wosibi di aduane no kura ya soronko na veterinary service madawroma anayi a ye boss ade hu dawro ye ka ma mansan ate no se enuane aye de wasa ho te na nkofo ho amfamre no wadawroma se mudwumadi a wasa mprempre ye mudide boa na sa de we mutimi shekena na yesai sansa eya kwesa ayatra ya kan ya dawko
meda wase ene veterinary services directive ene de ya me pesenta ye friend is slaughter facilities bi na mababu du osisi amenu di nkoboy ye wonto ya kwa ye no mo kase mmere mmara no ye ko ekohwe o mu di wadie mu ye ko ma yanka ye ko ba bi o mo ton no livestock market na ye hwe ati ye fence ni ma o mu ye o wo mmara o mu nya ni mo no mu efri emo ani ni ekopim so mbuku no bo no ekopim se ye be to mo na se ye be to butu so e dia ko ye sen eye market American food adino ye gusua ye hu dawu enti na no eye food safety day ye lunch e o be comedy safety ye day we friend saying media be bring to baya o mo nsuso ba be fa o mo nsuso dawu ama atesenti veterinary ye kan say yen tie be dawu we na yen tie de no tipom enti abato eye market na afudo ni no ye veterinary officers wa o mo nso o mo say enam na ni pa ba beta we na ye de market ni so ya package ni say de enam pan so ko and the more protection di ma say ana afi so o mu ku enam no e wo eye mayanka nso ye both officer wa ha o ni so test kwanya o mo facility enam no a de ama di panso ko di ana ye wo certificate ayo de na omo fa mo ni ban ka bokka ni so esi edi transport edi omo ba no so ye mo omo permit ye nti ye mo omo permit ni say wo say ye check mo ano omo akomodan wo say ye check mo ano a odo omo ba no edi ma bi e ko omo se de be ya so bi wo yare bi ya wo fa ntiri wo anka mo sign mo anka ya na e wo hase ni
Obanye kase me no wase ana wo de akọ school pa nyame hye why
no me da fi so me da
yo awusia why ayora Joseph Bosomtwe ne na kasa ye veterinary technologist na ye ne di nkoma wa kyerkyere mu enti aboama wotwe biri no aya na ama wifi kwoto no
segudo
na wo ka ho asem
enye we ni ye ma we ni metua yakono de
sao o robbery
Manuane ne kama na abia we abobe ne ade ne ya ne kama na enti esi gya so a ehuru bebrebe abo akro no ne yare kro na etim no wonwu a wonyai wonwu a we metua yakono de ye adwesi e bawie ne
e ujama mu fi
na wi ade
Dr. Be wotara so apatapa new site wono mo ya se ko na wo yade no wonto ase emfama wo honhom fam honam fam abusua wo hwe fiber de ade eno wo kye ne ba ma wo pese wo ade ne pagya eye kakra katatrata emu ye kyese tentan adema wo akọ Dr. Be nchen na omoa wo low sperm count ana ha wo gonorrhea hepatitis diabetes malaria fever ne nyina da Dr. Be de ho dwuma papa padema wo a sickle cell ade nyina da wo to ase fra 0243 345 392 0243 345 392 cloud internet are the fastest internet ya ewo mayimu ya se wo pa wifi so obi emra medom no anya bi fa ma CCTV camera ye ma install ma digital security locks web hosting enioma fa no internet ho ye mra ma ye ma 24/7 na internet nyina so a kwa cloud chain wo top high one love FM din hwani mu friend was 0202 699-110. Afei kwako masete dro no so ya 3 equal capsules. Shano sa 3 aba center na kwako fade aba. Sa ukoko wayam timu sisi yade no ento ase na wo ho entubi ento. Ana wie kwakwale na heba dan heba. Mr. Heba na yapidank on sabaka bi. Ana wo pendo no mo to afre e 0546 107 107 0546 107 107. 21st Clinic Yesiatica Expert say, Wasiatica Yadian Wobetua Siadia Free Wanya Nonko, Yadia Bia de Free with Tilshoko Pemona say, whether Conqua dia 21st share, what the Fidium Wanga so her honey Padriani Mojani Montashuanim, now I be Yadian war at the draw a cano. Kumaso was show for 6 junction whopping Alpha Radio, Wabua second so quarter squat junction and crying, or Domemaka Sunyan Kranza Tachiman or for 0540 311 311 0540 311 311. Our famous Zo and 5G and so any weekends and a year quanu. So bedin what in year upon to an hour to a wedding engagement outdoor and no. Woban why in year wa better when you complain be ya more. Shasa and not dia over Todia more ho no. A bay mizo and a 5G. For 0246 270 221 0246 270 221. I was say General Sonia Diane Yaba Pinua and Akachi.
21st Clinic yes sciatica expert sciatica no o nerves na wo to ase na fa wo siremu na fa wo nasia besi ase ho no se ho techema eno ene ye fa ne sciatica na etimi bubu o to ase ka wo se dwe wo sirem wo je ho ba bia enye na no na 21st Clinic ba ye adwuma pa wo mu ye ntia baso bo ma je ne wo Ghana ha ene amono ne enya asem ketewa Womuji international awards ahodo womuji local awards ahodo na anu nso na womu be the only sciatica research and treatment center in Africa bibrim hano ebi ni baby a gise 21st Clinic nkoa womu de bibiduro ene besa o yare no masa de machine aka ho eya yare sabia yare bia wutimi de ko ne mama de ba ko a woma gidi womu pa no eye sciatica ena stroke nso de kwa diabetes ne hypertension ne ade ne ade Ghana ha ba bia womu ho 0540 311 311 0540 311 311. That's a 21st Clinic. Woman is sciatica expert.
Introducing Mixer 5G Sparkling Drink, a whole new refreshment in a can. Mixer 5G is a tasty non-alcoholic drink. It is a perfect companion for all your events, including parties, weddings, and funerals. It is made with green tea, ginseng, guarana, grapes, and grapefruit. Get refreshed with Mixer 5G Sparkling Drink. For bulk purchases, contact 0246 270 221. This advert is FDA approved.
Brakasa ye duabon waso a ne dwumedi wo nipadua biara pom den ene na brabo mu ne hie yi pa enye brakasa nko nuaba ne nhaban bi te se kwunsusu a abonwono ne dia akeka ho no kura enwanunu ahodo a ekwa animu yi ankasa brakasa ne sa nuaba yi binom ne akeka bobudi afa abefo kwan so a ye de ya brakasa powder brakasa powder siesi nipadua na abakwa ahodo no ho ban afrimpani yade ne yade ahodo pi ho fa enkodate de ma baako freduane anopa ne anwumre anafa enkodate de ma baako woni sushie yeti anopa ne anwumre wobra wodidi awie ubenya brakasa powder to Kingswalk Heba ne Heroes Heba Accra Okesi Drug Lane Dani Heba Kumase Mensa Takrade Mose Pharmacy ne Green Light Pharmacy Sunwane Cash and Carry Supermarket Asantwa Heba ne Bibidro Depot Techiman Sewa Heba Mampong etufo mfre 0550 19 15 14 brakasa powder aduane san yedro FD ahwehwe sankratu mu agiatum
Sompa TV Emma Aketiapa.
For some of my quaba be weba Sompa television ye we are prem to breakasi so yento aso emfa emamo ye the more echo gomua ene impotamo enra ebeto just say nsukasi bi ato efri ukwada no ede besi ya wada no ma enra na jokra so ne bi to ya na ne nyina akwakoye ekwan a contractors eye ede efri kasoa ede aba eye mfimfi mantamum winiba ene beto dwa se eye ene contractor na adwuma na oye no nsuo eye ayensu a wo dane ne kwan ede akwakoto ba bi fufuro no ene nsuo no yire de fa so a ewi ase no abusafo na akese ekwan na buagum ama kontufo ntimi nko ene mpese wonoma atimi aba ene ade chi ye enteti abato Sompa FM nsam twa fa pronso kire se konfo ba ono ene komu nsuo no akwakoya amamre ne amane ewo empotamu honomu a womo ebotaye nyina sese ye boni bi ena se omafom omayede afom nsuo no a nsuo no mfom so nche wunum na sa asem na esiye no ebi enkosi ebiewu komfo ya wono ene kom nsuo aye nsu ogomuane ne mpotamu ebusiafo mra wo yi apaye etwe dwan de snap peti nsuo no ya amamre ne amane no ebusiafo ne nsem ode to Ghana fo animu ne
onyankopon ambo nsu kwa na obo nsu no so ozire kwan tia nsu bia beden obefa na mjide hen how and ateti wo ye kar kwa ho nti ina contractors bede another mining ye there obey kwan foforo ntodam dem nti osu no kwan ansa no osu no kwan so do boye na manze papa obisan za wope za wompe wazim ho na sana wetu mesiu nsu wembisa nti no nsu no so awan ko bebre ankrofo wamam kwan no kwade amo meka mo ho na nka se ho na adwuma no so wamam kwan man ko on se mama ndo fatere waya mam no aydan wanya mam nti meka mo ho nti se mo kunda ye gina ha ma ya basira hwan eri ko tojo bogo fom yen se de bede yen se yem de besara nanom na waya adwobro amahen na waatwe amahen o se na e ko kire kwa mikro kire kon ko hwe nsu yiri hwan nsu gufa asese no obu mo na wechu ko nti ye besre be obekofo ma hen ma dwumafo no so wetu ma den ai hu na dwuma ama kire ko man na onye ade ko amai asumdwa den asumdwa ma sese ye proyi ehwe benkuma Karen ko mu focus school o kire ko obe ne wa mo aba obonye yi nti besre na no de ya fo fa nche na kofo woma nsu kofo kakra ma he na wontu wonye hu ndwuma nti ebegina ha ebaya amambra nti ebepa chaw anada de nsebatu nseyem ma ebesere nanom nti samu hu nde gina ha ma dam noti
Fonti we eye konfo ya na o cheche ye amamre ni amane a omo ye yemu de akire ni ye nto aso ye de mo call for non south east abaton pesu aso mrasme dwani o mrasme je fie ma de hye won potemo no mo onabo Francis Menu Adabo na osre se Methodist Senior High Technical School a wo sabronum no tibia ewum no also bibia ebesom no mo pagya school no e ma na ejina pempren so bia ebetimi de yense si yebo akase yeso so ye die ni or the to Jawabra na omo edi omo SRC wiki a omo tonsa e de from Noble Francis Menu Adabo omo mrashbe gani so mran friend mo nyamo meteche no watch say obi bia ene we na kwakwa no kwabana labor so hu obi ansom we sofa na omo e de bi pagya school na ma no agina yie na oni enua kodwom frama ena na edi nkoma o de nsemi to nanim
fa nkora ni dimu ni secondary school dimu tikura na me kopria me senya polyclinic e ma kuro no because you know say kuro no population no e kosoro je wo say nya hospital facility and yes police station so community no any see dan no e boss na me be je ya to completion ka ya ye dan no ai si wo akasi e bibie ti aka no ma bebre e school ni here dormitories a wo ka nyina school ni bi e nkra ne he han dan wo kuro nti wa wonim social vices ni no ma bebre nkora omo ko school omo free krom ha omo free baby no ma ba ha no ma ko han dan baby omo tia ye bibia and we want to get all of them on board na yet see at least accommodation ama ma ni meme nyina but of course ma de be dikai you say omo ye mo vulnerable enti omo start no ma ye e ma no dormitory and nti na ma ye sa donations no ma ye no e de ma wo I have
Fonti we Honorable Francis Menu Adabo ni yetene kenana no si ya na headmaster wo school hono Reverend Nimususo no de kakra soso.
That's what we call nefarious activities. Because we do almost the 2 years. Yankola no, ebi omoda no ko ha na job. Na omo de sika ko gina omo. Kada nso abi omo aba prep no ko bu omo de ni. Na omo bi na nso. Omo ma ayo omo dia no. Omo afa. Asete for bi kokrom no ba. Omo dia ni na amfo esa wo. Determinant no mo yi. Na omo ba
for headmaster or War Methodist Senior High Technical School or War Sabronum Reverend Peter Nimo and at Yetening Kane.
Ya jina we soya den samni nyina esi asada akwade amako kwa Veronica Jando akosua somwa ya Grace Buzi ana feyensanfo panyoro asante abo Benedict ana asonfo banu ya odosoma ye ne fia wiei meti ane akosua ajewa akwade boaten menemia
nana ya abo amali bia boga
ya sorry so Sompa nkomo etwaso.
Here in Ghana, when it comes to chicken,